Good to see you guys again. Good to be back in another game week, right back at it without a bye week here. In some ways, you did have 7 days, but in some ways it's a short week. You're coming off a Thursday night game. Friday's kind of a wash. We met and did winner's dinner on Friday. Saturday was our NCAA day off of the week. And then practice yesterday afternoon, practice again this morning. So we're right back into game mode. Today was a Wednesday type practice for us. Situational football, third down football. Then tomorrow will be more of a Thursday, clean it up, focus Thursday type practice. Then a walk through Wednesday, which will be a Friday, and then get on the plane. So you kind of get this time of year when you got a back-to-back Thursday game, and those Thursday games, they can throw you off a little bit what day of the week it is. But fired up for Tulsa. Going 1-0 this week, and as we talked in the locker room the other night, the 1-0 means something extra special this week. And it's not just about getting a 6, but it happens to be getting a 6 this week. And it happens what 6 wins means for this program, for these seniors and players in our locker room. Obviously we want to go win a bowl game and all that. But as we've been preaching for the last 3 weeks, you can't worry about 2 weeks from now. You got to worry about today. You got to worry about practice this morning, going and having a great lift, going to class, winning the day there, coming back from meetings this afternoon, winning the day there. So it's always about what's in front of us now. And right now our opponent's Tulsa. It's the biggest game of the year because it's the next game. It's the one we have this week, and that's how we're always going to focus on things throughout this program. It's going to be about the next opponent is the biggest game of the year. We're not ever going to overlook anybody. All right? It's always going to be the biggest game of the year, most important game of the year because it's the next one. And it's a chance to get a win. And you only get so many chances to do that, so many opportunities. So we're going to make sure we take full advantage of that. And our guys have been locked in on a mission. Just really proud of them. The way they're attacking this thing and the way they go about their business, and they keep everything right in front of them and focus on the day. So just, proud of those guys for doing that.
Coach, how valuable a bye week can be. Tulsa gets a bye week for playing you guys. I don't know, does that change anything from your guys' perspective?
We talked about it this morning. We talked about, hey, we had practice yesterday afternoon. We obviously didn't want to practice on Sunday morning, but you practice yesterday afternoon, turn around, quick practice this morning. Nobody cares. Nobody cares you have a quick turnaround. Nobody cares they have a bye week. Nobody cares that it's another Thursday game. Hey, we get to have a Thursday game. We get to go play an opponent this week. So that's more the mindset we take. I did think, coming off a bye for us, we had 12 days going into FAU, had a chance to get fresh. But that's the big thing right now. You just got to keep your players fresh and mentally, physically, so they can go play on Thursday night. And, after this one, you get 9 days to get a chance to catch your breath a little bit. But, we can't worry about the things we can't control. It's always control the controllables. And right now, just got to take advantage of each and every minute with urgency, intent, and purpose to go get a win this week.
What do you see on tape with Tulsa? The last game, it looked like against Florida Atlantic, there was some tape that you could go deep on them. What do you see with Tulsa?
Yeah, I think that's a really good job of Caden and those receivers doing a really good job of, hitting balls down the field and taking advantage of it. I think Tulsa flies around, plays really hard, some cover 3, some man coverage there, 4-man front. I think 1-19-0, Miles Jackson from Atlanta there is a really good player. And they're going to play hard, and we got to make sure that it's more about us, and that's what we talk about. I couldn't tell you, who's calling the plays this week. Is it Coach Spur? Is the head coach? Who's going to play quarterback? What exactly they're going to do on defense with a bye week, and they're going to tweak it a little bit. We tell our players, yeah, we respect the heck of our opponent. They're a good football team. But it's more about us and how we go about our business and approaching each and every day. So that's kind of been our main focus.
Coach, since you and JV came down to the sideline from the booth, this will be your first game on the road. Is there any extra challenges or things specifically you're doing to, get ready for that?
No, I mean, it's, home game, away game. You still got to make sure we're bringing that same effort, same energy, staying together, doing the things we need to do to win a football game. And I thought last Thursday, you worry about we come off a tempo and we had such great energy on the sideline, and I was worried about going to game 2, we'd lose a little energy there. And I talked to Coach Ruffin McNeil during the bye week, and one of the he talked to me about that. I was like, hey Coach, how do you maintain this? And he talked to me about some of those things. And then we got off the phone and called me right back. He said, hey, I forgot the most important thing. We had a great conversation about a lot of different things about Pirate Nation and just our team and different stuff. And he said, I forgot the most important thing. Just continue to be yourself. So that's what we're going to continue to do. It doesn't matter home game, away game. We're going to go attack this thing, continue to be us, and make sure we're ready to ride.
Obviously, late in the game, you guys got a lot of twos in, especially on the defensive side of the ball. How big is that for going forward in case there is an injury? Now those guys have seen that in-game experience.
It's so huge in a lot of ways. You know, it's so big for your locker room. I think 30-something guys played defensively. You know, a bunch of guys played offensively, and just now every guy feels like, hey, he contributed in the game. He was in Dowdy, in front of Pirate Nation, and he contributed to a win. And also, like you mentioned, now it's 20 snaps that he got or 10 snaps that young man got that can help him build on for the future. And he got game reps instead of just practice reps. So those are huge. So that was good to see. You know, at the end of the third quarter there, we had a discussion with the offensive coaches. We're going to run the ball, get to the fourth quarter, and Coach Baker says we'll go ahead and slide the 2-0 line in, get some of those guys in. I said let's wait a series. I said let's wait a series, and I didn't want to get sloppy in the fourth quarter. We played really well, and I said we'll do it the next series. I didn't realize we were getting ready to go on a 16-play drive and go stick one in the end zone, and then FAU held the ball for about another 15 plays there, so ate up almost the fourth quarter. I think we only had like 3 possessions in the second half, but it was really good to get those guys in at the end of the day.
You obviously practice against this offense all off season. Is anything they're doing at this point, is it surprise you, or is this just what you saw at times with them, their explosive plays?
Yeah, and I just talked to the guys about this. Their effort, our energy, and our mindset right now is the biggest key. Like we got, all those things are going the right direction, and really the execution piece and converting this or doing those little things. Until you're playing with great effort and you have that great and you're playing that mindset and that confidence, some of those things they aren't as big. But now that you have those things, now you can focus on, hey, don't take a false step here. I'll cut off the right foot. All those type of things. And offensively, they're just hitting those things and playing with a lot of confidence. And once a football team gets rolling with some confidence, you see big plays happen on both sides of the ball. And that's what's happening offensively right now. They're rolling, they got things going. And the other things going on is like now both sides of the ball have confidence in each other. Hey, offense has the defense back. Defense has the offense back. Special teams goes down to make a play. So all 3 phases rolling together. And in that 4th phase, the sideline is right in there as well. So you see that from the sideline.
You saw Kirk Francis, their quarterback last year, have some big success here. Just whether it's him or the other guys, what can you expect out of the Tulsa passing game specifically? Because they can make some plays.
Yeah, Coach Wilson's kind of his passing games. He's a former O-line coach, so they do a really good job running the football. Going to find different ways to run duo and counters and stuff like that in there. But the pass game is a little bit more just air raiders as far as we call it choice. The wideouts have a choice to go deep, or if you're on top, they're going to sit down. And I think Francis does a really nice job of throwing those guys open. He'll take off, and all of a sudden he's going to sit it down, and then he throws it where none of your defenders can get to it, and does a really nice job of that. So we can't just drop in zones. We got to drop and actually match receivers. You almost have to have a defender under and over the top of the receiver, but at the same time doing a really good job in the pass rush and see if you can affect him there. I think when he gets his feet set right there, he's really comfortable as a quarterback. When you make him move around, maybe you have a better chance to get him off the spot and off his tempo there.
As the head coach now, are you watching more like Tulsa defensive film, or how are you balancing that?
It's been awesome. I've really enjoyed the last 3 weeks, and hopefully get an opportunity to do this for a long time, and just really love the men in our locker room, our coaching staff, and the way everybody's going about their business and handling their business, and it showed up on game day. But you find yourself watching all phases more, watching more practice film. And I tell you what it does too. Like you see certain things, maybe Tulsa's defense is doing that you want to make sure we're not giving away, or vice versa. Or I go talk to the offensive coaches like, hey, what you did there really makes it tough on the defense. This is how the defense looks at it from perspective there. Or have you ever thought about this? And we're kind of filling each other out there, feeding back and forth off each other, and what'll give us a chance to win, opportunity to win. So, just really enjoying every day, but our mindset right now is like, how can we take the next step, get the next win, and go beat a Tulsa team out there.
Anything else for Coach Billy? Thank you.
Appreciate you.